Okay, so for 1E, we are substituting variables into expressions. So we did a little bit of this before, but we're going to go just a little bit further with it and do some more operations. So we have expression first as our vocab. Again, that just means that there's not going to be an equal sign. So you're not really going to have like x equals something for this. They're going to tell you what the letter equals and you're going to plug it in. So we have variable. Remember, that's our letter. So we have N, X, C, we have a K, Y, just any of those different letters like that. That's your variable. And then substitution means that we are replacing the letter. So when we're doing these, you should have no letters in your answer. Okay, so if we have 3n plus 15, and it's when n is 4. So what this means is that this n is 4. This 4 is going to go right here where this n is. So this will become 3 times 4 plus 15. And then you just solve this. So when you're doing this, you should just get down to just like regular numbers. So this would become 12 plus 15. And the answer to this is 27. So that's your final answer. Okay, let's try again. So this 2 goes in place of the x, and it completely replaces it. So remember, this is going to be 3, and this is times 2. This isn't 32. This is 3 times 2 minus 32. So 3 times 2 is 6, and we have minus 32. So this is kind of like negative 32, and you're adding 6 on. Or you can do 6 minus 32. So our answer for this is going to be negative 26. For our next one here, this 24 is going to go in the top here where that C is. And this is just division. So this is going to be 24 over 2. It looks like a fraction, but a fraction is just like division. So if you don't want to make yourself a note, a fraction is just like you're doing dividing. So if I take 24 and I divide it by 2, I'm going to get 12. Okay, on this next one, we have an exponent. So we're still going to take this 2 and put it in place of the k. And I'll have 40 minus 4. And then in parentheses, I'm going to have 2 squared. So let's deal with that 2 squared first. 2 squared is 2 times 2, so that's 4. So we'll have 40 minus 4 times 4, which is really like 40 minus 16. So that would give me 24 as my answer for that one. Okay, here we have 2 letters. I would recommend you use shapes or highlighters for these kind of problems. So if I have x equals 14, the 14 goes where my x is. And then I have y equals 5, so the 5 goes where the y is. And if you don't have highlighters, you could maybe do like a square around the x and the 14, and maybe like a triangle around the y's, so you know what number goes where. And it's the letters gone then. So I'm going to have 10 times 14, and then minus 4, and then that's times 5. So 10 times 14 is 140, minus, and 4 times 5 is 20. So that gives us 120 as our answer. So to get these correct, I would highly recommend highlighters, shapes, arrows, anything you need to. People often get confused with these. And don't forget your order of operations either.